many money talk. Sitting watching TV and the bad game will come on. Say you know, now money talk. See many money talk.
Hey guys, it's your girl Moni Ashibodu right here on Moni Talks. My first Moni Talks of 2021. I know I have not been consistent. I'm so sorry guys, but I have an amazing, legendary producer for my first episode of 2021 and I am so excited. They call him, some of you may know him as Sunny Wiki. Some of you may know him as Master. Hi Masterkraft.
I'm good.
Did you like your introduction?
That introduction was mad.
I gave you, Abby, I gave you. So how are you?
I'm good.
How's your 2021 so far?
So far 2021 it's been great because like Hallelujah is doing well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So great year.
Give me one word for 2020.
2020.
One word to describe 2020.
Lesson.
Why?
Because 2020 I had too many plans for 2020.
Okay.
I guess the plans were too much. It had to crash the whole year. So I learned so much in 2020. Yeah,
Okay.
It was a year where I learned that, okay, I had to like sit back, focus on myself,
Okay.
enjoy the moment. Because like every other time of my life, especially being a producer, I've always, tried to beat the previous year.
Yeah.
So with all of those plans for 2020, and then the pandemic started, I couldn't travel, I couldn't do a few things. It now made me look inside. And I started to remember that, so even if I don't do this music again for a while, by God's grace, I've been able to do this. I appreciated my little success at the time.
Yeah.
Or you understand? So it made me look inside. I appreciated myself more. I appreciated the people that I love, the people who are around me, my guys, every other thing. So,
Your girls.
I like go fight trouble.
I'm happy you came here matching me.
Yeah,
I like the energy.
Like how?
I don't know because this is such a random color.
Spiritual.
I think so as well. So I tried like researching you on the internet, and I'm not gonna lie, like you're a low key guy. They're not. I could not. Some people you type their name and all kind of the internet will crash.
Yeah.
But there's not really that much information.
Yeah,
Why is that?
I think it's because like everything that practically has happened to me in my whole lifetime has been sort of like mistake.
Okay.
So it's like okay, in the first place, I was a piano player, music director in church. Just let me even bag it a little bit. So imagine coming from a place where you were born in like a Jigunle rural area. So I used to walk on the street, I used to sell pure water in traffic.
Oh, wow.
Coming from there, then luckily you start playing piano.
In church.
And then from playing piano, you become like the top music director. From that, you just say, okay, let me just make this beat for this person. Becomes a hit song. And then you are forced now to become a producer. So it's like, I know they really plan any of my journey. So I know can't document anything really.
Yeah.
So I think that's why. But I'm working on all of those things now, because I think this is 2021,
Yes.
so I have to improve on things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what is that song that would say broke you out in the industry? What's your breakout song and what year was it?
That's one of the things I cannot remember. Like I said, because my
wow.
story is a little scattered. Like I used to produce like gospel music before.
Okay.
With the likes of them, Samuel Koso.
Okay.
Then transitioned to gospel. I started working with Kenny's. Then I did know Lele for Whiskey back in the day. So just cut. I don't really know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you meet up with Kenny's Music? You were signed to them, right?
No, I wasn't.
You
signed.
just produced for
I
them.
wasn't.
So how did you meet them?
At the time, I was like, there's this guy that plays guitar. His name is Fioki.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay.
Yeah, so Fioki was reaching out to me some years ago that, oh bro, I just listened to what you produced for Sammy. I play guitar. I'd like to play with you.
Okay.
I'm like, fine. Anytime you enter Lagos, just holler me now. So then he came to Lagos. We didn't talk. He went for Star Quest. So his group won at the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then at that time, if your group wins, you'll be signed to Kenny's Music.
Okay.
For them to produce the album for you. So then he now suggested to Baba Keke, who's Kenny Ogungbe, that there's this boy that he knows. He wants the boy to produce their first singles. So he now reached out. I made like 3 beats and sent to him. So he played the beats for Baba Keke, and Baba Keke was like, yeah, that's the sound, that's the sound we're looking for. So he now requested that I come to see him. When I went to see him, he saw me looking all dirty from my Obalende area. I used to live in Lagos Island at that time. So the man just saw me, I was like, wow, you actually made those beats? I said, yes. He said, I should give him 1 year. That in 1 year time, I'll be a very big name in the music industry. And I'm like, hey, okay, no problem. What would they now? So that's how I started.
Did you believe him?
In my head, everything is like I said, because everything is a mistake. I don't believe anything, but I actually believe everything.
Okay.
It's almost like I don't believe say I fit be this thing, but just in case
If
any
it
small
happen.
window day,
Yeah.
it still happen because nothing is impossible. So
Yeah.
I was like 50-50, yeah, but eventually I still believe the man because I learned so much under him.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how I started working with Kenny's music.
Okay.
Then got people like J1 to come into the label. You know.
J1, I saw that little debacle with you and J1. Have you guys settled that?
Me and J1, we don't forget problem. He's my friend. So
He's your friend.
can't have a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you look for in an artist before you work with them?
Sometimes because of the Nigerian factor, sometimes I consider two things. Number one, money. That's because we're on Moni talks. We're on Moni talks, so we have to talk about money.
I feel it. I feel it.
First things first is money because, like I said, because of Nigerian factor, it's not even the money for me.
Okay.
That's the twist now. It's the money to be able to promote the music.
Okay, I get you.
Because eventually, everything is sort of influenced by that. Because you have to pay for production, you have to pay the guy that will mix the song.
Yeah.
From there, you need to shoot video. Cost of shooting videos right now is crazy. And you have to promote it, so and all of that. So that's the first factor. Then if that factor is not there, the next thing I look out for is the talent factor.
Okay.
Talent and the natural blessing where God bless that person. So you can see a guy that's good looking, in get voice, but he no get money. And you know that if you pay small attention to that music and position him well, something will come out.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are the two factors that I look out for.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are 3 artists that I've seen that you have a special relationship with. Who are the 3 artists that you think I'm talking about?
I don't want to make a mistake.
I swear, so I should just say it.
Just say it.
CDQ, Flavor, and Vector.
Definitely. Those ones are my family now.
Okay.
Yeah, we literally we grew up together. So
Okay.
like
You grew up with all 3 of them?
Yeah, somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, with CDQ, it was a special situation because like he walked up to me in the studio.
Okay.
I was like, bros, I just want to tell you, say, I get talent. And I'm like, really? Talent? Okay, do something to make her hear. And then he started to rap. And then he started to rap, and he raps in Yoruba.
Yeah.
And I'm hardcore Igbo, so I don't hear the language. So I'm like, okay. Then he finishes and gives me his CD. But like the only thing I could not refuse was the courage he had.
Yeah, to
the
come
confidence was too much. So I said, okay, should go back home and see what I can do. You know, so I can't call some of my friends when they hear Yoruba, play in song for them. Say, this thing with this person they talk, it makes sense. They'll be like, yeah, the guy is bad. They'll be like, yeah, he's bad. So I'm like, okay, fine. Then I used to work in Ikeja in the studio where I used to get paid 3,000 naira to make a beat. So then I'll now convince whoever I'm working with that, you know what, leave that second verse. I get one of my boys I won't put for the second verse. That's how I started putting CDQ on songs, yeah. Up until the rest is history now. So, yeah. Then
so Flavor's
own is I was gonna do a show because then I used to work closely with Banky W when we started EM.
Yeah.
So I was gonna do an industry night show for Wizkid. So and I went to buy like a piano, and with that piano, because I was thinking ahead that okay, Flavor kind of music I'm gonna need to somebody to
play piano.
Yeah, so I just got the piano, kept it there, and then he came. After the show that night, very weird night because usually I wouldn't go to the club. I know like the only kind of clubs I like to go to is strip clubs because there's no stress. You just sit down as a senior, as a titled red cap chief man, and things will be happening. So that day I decided to go to the club. I went to the club, I saw people drinking. So and then he walks into the club and I'm like, okay, fine. Then before that time I made a song for J1 that we needed to feature him. So J1 took the instrumental to Flavor's place. So Flavor was telling J1 that, oh, I like that beat, oh. Who make that beat? I like that. So I now that was like my base. So when I met him, I'm like, bro, let me make that beat with J1 gone. Yeah. He was like, oh yeah, I like that beat, oh. I beg, send me something.
Yeah.
So I went home, I sent a pack of like 3 beats. I didn't hear from him for like a couple days.
Okay.
The next thing, I saw a message one day He said, come and meet me so place, first act town. I first open door, run for it, I go jog. Because a big name, I ain't send me that kind of message. Now I ready myself, carry my bag. Then I used to like bikes. I just blew bike. I went to his house. On getting there, he already started recording on one of the beats.
Okay.
You know, so that's how we started working. That night, we started working. That same night, we made some songs, Chini Baby,
Okay.
Black is Beautiful, and some of his like hit songs.
Yeah.
That's how we started. So from that point, we just realized that everything that we're doing was, you know, becoming like hit songs.
Yeah.
In fact, it was actually Flavor that helped me to create a tag.
Okay.
Because at that time, still, because I was coming from church, I didn't want my pastor to hear my name on any track that's not godly. But I thank God say I godly. Yes, I don't want my pastor to hear my name on any track. So if you mention my name at that time, Sonny Make or anything, I'll go and mute it or delete it totally. So then Flavor was like, no, whatever you're doing, this is your sound that you're creating. It's too good not to have a tag to it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's when he now got someone to say Masterkraft on the beat for me, and then chopped it off, and that's how I got a tag.
Okay.
So everything from there is still history.
Vector.
Okay, with Vector, it's an interesting one. When I used to like be the music director in the church, in my Redeemed church, Vector used to be one of the people in the teens church.
Okay.
Yeah, and they rule them for there. And every small thing, they go begin rap. They threaten everybody for the small church. You know, so I was hearing of him then. You know, later on now, me and Vector now met. But from the first time we met, me and Vector's relationship is kind of crazy because, like, me and Vector, we share similarity for our faith.
Okay.
And the way we take the see things, because, like, just having to talk with him. So from that point, we built a very, very positive relationship. Not even based off of music first.
Yeah.
Like, just, okay, me and him go see ourselves. We not say one day we will walk.
Yeah.
But before that time, we chill. In Sabi cook that time, and they go in the house. Early in the morning. I don't know that it's Sabi cook now, but then we used to have to cook. You know, you could just cook on kind of mad yam and fried pepper. We chow, we just did the feel ourselves. Then I think like last year, that was last year. Last year we made an EP together.
Yeah. No Worries is my favorite song.
No Worries, yeah. You know, so that's how up until last year or some years before we decided that okay, you know what happened? We could make our time, we could give them music. You understand? So up until now it's been a fantastic one.
All right, so what do you think about the growth of the Afrobeat industry in maybe like the past 5 years?
Yeah. Afrobeat has actually grown so big. Like, I used to remember going to America many years ago, and I'd be trying to introduce myself as a music producer, and they'd be like, all those clubs for Houston that time, if I go to party, they'll be playing different type of music. You know, and then some years later, I'll get to America and somebody will tell me, please, we want to host you. I go, the wonder say, with the same eye what the team that time, hope say this thing will be Johnson. They come pick me, they'll carry me for car, go. Before I go, no, they go play Nigerian music. Everywhere they go crazy.
Yeah.
Even Americans, for inside their car, for their houses. Okay, I can't say things don't change. You know, so Afro music has grown so big. Even though in my head, because of my kind of person, I also have my fears because it feels like one of the things I used to say, Afrobeat is like people dancing in a glass house. So the whole world is watching us in that glass house. They really don't even know why we are happy. But they are looking at us and we are very happy. So what they did is they will just look at us being happy, study what makes us happy, and then this is now the bad side that I feel that we're not maximizing.
Okay.
So the world knows that this is Africans. We are very proud, especially when we like something.
Yeah.
So they know that Afrobeat is our thing. But we now, the people that are creating the Afrobeat, chances are that we're not very organized with how we are positioning things.
Okay.
So they look at us in the glass house, oh, more these people, they're happy. Then we are native, somebody go shout. Then talk like this, person go shout. They feature this one, person go shout. So now what they do is, maybe a Beyonce looks at us in the glass house and be like, oh, okay, so this is what, then she goes and ties maybe Ankara. And she knows that once she does it, we will all shout, we'll be like, hey.
Yeah.
But eventually, they are just taking advantage of everything that is there. But we that have it, We're not even taking advantage of it as much as if we know that it's happening that way.
Okay.
So that's where I like sort of have an issue. But so far so good. I'm grateful for the growth at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think you are contributing to the growth of Afrobeats? Like in terms of maybe like, do you think you'll start an academy for upcoming producers?
Definitely.
And things like that?
Yeah, I'm working on something that's gonna happen soon. In fact, two things.
Okay.
One of them is something I'm partnering with a guy called Nelson Jack.
Okay, I know Nelson.
Yeah. So we're working on something called Beats the Beat.
Okay, what's that?
So it's sort of, you just go online, pick a beat. He's gonna have like 5 top producers like me, Ozedikos, Rexy, P Prime, Benny McCauley. So you're just gonna go there and pick a beat and then do something. And apart from that, I'm also doing something called MTC, Master Training Camp.
Okay.
So that's gonna last for like 3 days. I'm gonna have enough opportunities to open like projects.
Okay.
Teach like producers how these things are being done, even artists, and how they can market their music. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Who are some Nigerian artists that you have not worked with that you want to work with?
Which one?
I think you've worked with everybody, but there has to be one person that like you really want to work with this person, but it hasn't happened yet.
I think there's still many people that I haven't worked with, but
that you want to work with. There's a difference.
I won't work with like this. Because in my head, I'm actually looking, like I said, because of my nature, I'm always looking forward to the next.
Yeah.
So off the top of my head, I'm actually thinking of working with like newer people.
Okay.
Like no people that don't even know where I could make people know.
Okay.
So I'm not sure I can think of anybody in my head that I would want to work with. Even though, yeah, I'm hoping that this year I'm gonna have the opportunity to work with more females in the industry.
Era Star, Thames, Lady
Yeah, I understand.
Donnelly.
I want to pay attention to that side because I feel like that's one thing that even as an industry we don't do. We don't support the women enough. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy that you said that. I saw Oxlade tweet the other day. I think I'm finally ready to work with Master. Has that happened yet?
Almost. We already started. Like we're supposed to work some days ago, but the boy go play football somewhere. His body can't pay now, so I thought I'm making rest. Hopefully by this weekend we'll kick off like sessions after session.
All right, who are some new school artists that you're feeling right now that you're like, maybe you be sitting at home watching TV and you're like, this person is bad.
My standards are actually very high.
Okay.
Because I'm not just a producer, I'm also a musician. So the thing is, I don't get too excited when I hear you make like your first hit song or your first tape.
Okay.
Because I feel like your big problem starts when you make your first hit.
Okay.
So the ability to be consistent is what actually makes me respect that person. So for now, I think the only person I'm feeling now that I've checked his collection of works, and I think one of the biggest advantages he has is because he has like good producers and a good team around him is Fireboy.
Oh yes.
His consistency when it comes to releasing his songs, his tapes, his fire, and definitely Fields is behind him.
Yeah.
So he must dope, know. So and Olamide, the whole team that backs him up, they make sure that his contents are very, very proper. Like if you want get song for football, if you want get song for love, if you want get song for I'm a champion kind of. So I think he's more organized and very, very straightforward. However he does his music.
Definitely. Yeah. So I've been asking you about artists. Who are 3 producers that you're feeling right now?
The thing with producers is that
your standards are high.
No. With producers, I feel like we have more like very good producers in this, especially Nigeria. We get plenty.
Yes.
So with producers, sometimes if you even ask me 3, I can mention like 10.
Okay, 10.
Okay, top of my list is definitely going to be the Forever Holding It Down, SARS on the Beat.
Okay.
That one and my guy. That one, they always bust my head. Sheezy, definitely. She's a bad guy. Reading Makula, yo, that's Fields.
Yeah, Fields.
Ozedikos, Rexy. P Prime is definitely doing well. His story inspires me all the time because I think he's like 18 or 19 years old. Wow. Very young guy. There's how many I don't mention now?
SARS, P Prime, Sheezy, Ozedikos, Fields, 5. That's enough, don't worry.
5. I feel mention more. Bad guys plenty.
Do you think you could beat SARS in the versus battle?
That that's a very dangerous question to ask. No, Saz is not a bad guy, so I'm not even gonna tell myself off the top of my head that I want to compete to beat him. I would actually celebrate Saz anytime.
No, it is see, this is what I don't like about you people. It is a celebration, but it is a competition. Like when you were with Fields, it's so funny because when you did your verses with Fields, it seemed like you were taking it as like just a good time, let's play song. Then when you now realize that this Field boy won't try me. Oh yeah, now make me play.
No, trust me. For me, it's just fun. I enjoy, like, especially when, because life is short.
Yeah.
Sometimes if we keep fighting, we're fighting for something that's not even ours.
Yeah.
Because especially with Nigeria, you can be the biggest producer, produce the biggest song, and still be very, very poor.
Yeah, and people won't even know.
Nobody gonna say you don't get anything. So me, I'm not even, because I know the back end. I'm not looking at it as battle.
Competition. Yeah.
I look at my celebration because I know it's effort. Even if we're not getting everything we need to get,
Yeah.
the fact that our minds were good enough to decode or figure out how to make this thing that made this beat make sense. It's like I raise hands for you. Thank you. Try.
If you could produce for anyone in the world, who would it be? Not just Nigerian industry, anyone in the world.
Yeah. This question is too tough because people listed in my head plenty. Anyways, I would love to. I don't even know how to go about this. I beg no verse. Okay. Oh God.
America, Jamaica, London, Thailand, Switzerland.
Oh God, where do I go from? Because it's plenty.
Okay, name three. Three. I'm giving you three.
Okay. I would want to work with Chris Brown.
Okay.
Yeah. I would also want to work with Drake.
Okay.
And then in Niger, I would want to work with Tiwa.
Tiwa. You haven't worked with Tiwa yet?
We've recorded a couple songs, but we didn't release anyone.
Okay.
So I'd love to like really like work with her, maximize her talent.
Yeah. The 2021 is the year for that.
Definitely. I believe.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say right now you needed 10 million naira and you did not have it. Who are three people in the industry you will call to get that money?
If you call it, they go pick call. If you tell us, they go pick call.
Three.
But just in case, that are musicians.
They can be producers. They can be actors. They can be actresses. Actresses then get money.
Actresses then get money now.
So it could be.
Three people that I'll call, definitely my close guys. Number one, if 10 million, I'll call my boy CDQ. He can go solve it for me. If I don't call CDQ, I'll call Ijele, one of Igbo Flavor Nabania.
Okay.
Go run and my guy with that. If one of these two people know they're available at that time, I will call I won't call. Oh, I'll call Ezege. Fino. Yes, Fino go run for why? 10 million and small. Now and small. Then if he wants to be as he won't be, then we will face Lafia G now.
Well, I knew, I was like, he's going to call his three best friends. I don't even know why I asked you that.
We'll go face Lafia G.
I should have known. Between those three, the 10 million go pop. All right, so let's get into some personal questions. Are you married? Are you single? Are you available? What's your relationship status looking like?
Yeah, my relationship. You know that thing they used to write on Facebook that they're complicated.
Your relationship status is complicated?
Yeah, it's very
Why is it complicated?
Because I'm almost like a semi-married man.
Okay.
But I never, but you just get as it be. But you know, at the end of the day.
But you're gonna get married to that person eventually, by the grace of God.
Yeah, by the grace of God.
Okay. Any kids?
Yeah,
okay.
I do have a child. Her name is Amarachi.
Oh, that's such a beautiful
very, very beautiful girl. Like the girl the girl they play piano.
Really?
Yeah, that's why this new song that I just released, this Hallelujah song. The name of the style of the music is Amapiano. So that's Amarachi and piano.
Okay. All right. So, what new projects should we look forward to in 2021?
Yeah. So, the Hallelujah song has been recorded since like March last year.
2020. Okay.
2020, because like that whole time I was looking forward to creating something different. Because like every single time I'm always thinking about, okay, let me do this song with this artist that will sound like this. Let's focus on the club, you know. So, but I thought about it every time I travel and I go to places like Zara or any of these shopping malls. They have something that the kind of music that they listen to.
They play there, yes.
So I was trying to create like sounds that will not be so aggressive, that can fit into places like that can be called library music.
Yeah.
You know, when they won't make African film, then PC soundtrack to use. So I already finished that whole project, and Hallelujah was one of the songs out of that project. So glad Hallelujah is doing well. And again, I also have like a beats tape that I made. So it's like beats with minimal words, but has more like beats inside of it. So
like No Worries.
Yeah, you understand?
You know, No Worries and Hallelujah, they kind of sound alike.
Actually, it's the same beat.
I knew it.
Small tweak.
I knew it. Somebody owes me money. I bet $500 in something.
Are you serious?
So you made me $500.
Oh,
they were like, no, it can never be the same beat. Maybe it's not the same.
Yeah, I just small tweak I do inside the two beats, because like the Amapiano style, it's almost like the same thing being repeated, but the chord progression kind of changes. And then maybe a little bit of drum pattern addition.
Do you think Nigerians still, not still, but they take like a genre of music and just like Azonto, we collected it from Ghana. Amapiano, it seems we collected it from South Africa. Do you think we collect things from other countries, or do you think we just make it greater and make it fun?
I feel like we make it greater and we make it fun, because eventually we have a way that we communicate. Like the South Africans, they can make beats. Trust me, one of the people that my favorite people in the world to listen to their music is South Africa.
South Africans?
Because there's like vibes on vibes on vibes.
Yeah.
Those guys, they create crazy music. I don't even know. Like they make the kind of music that makes me feel like, wow, this is me.
Yeah.
Because like it's very traditionally influenced.
Yeah.
You know. But sometimes when they finish making that music, now how does the artist communicate that music to other people that are not South Africans becomes a problem sometimes because of their language barrier and all that. And you know, Nigerians, we are vast.
Yeah.
We have many ways of expressing ourselves. You can go to Warri now and they will speak in a way that you that came from Lagos will be like, what will be the meaning of this one?
Yeah.
What will be the meaning of this one? So we are vast. So definitely when we take stuff like that, we have our own way of putting it together that it can now reach everybody's hands. You know, so I feel like we make it greater.
All right, that's dope. If not music, what would you do?
I will be scammer now. I will be full-time criminal, because however, I feel like whatever makes me know that, okay, this is going to be the next sound, make this beat like that, join this kick and this sound, join this one together to make a beat. If I wasn't using that part of me to make a beat, then I'll be a high-level criminal. High one.
You know what's so funny? You're not joking.
I know, I'm not joking. I'm a Igbo boy now, so you don't go learn trade for do more time. Once I come back, like, to use my bro, they go know me.
Masterkraft. You are very crafty, I see.
Very.
All right, Master. Those are all the questions I have for you today. Thank you for joining me on
so much.
Moni Talks. You're an amazing guy. You're actually very, very entertaining. And do you know, I did not know how entertaining you were until that battle with Fields.
Yeah.
Like you were just catching crews.
I'm very play
You
guy.
brought stripper there. But yeah, you're very entertaining. I look forward to all your projects 2021. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Masterkraft on the beat, top 5 African music producer. You're watching Moni Talks. Don't go nowhere. Hallelujah. Shake.